Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and Char Vision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on Char Vision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is Char Vision.
Good evening, everybody. It's August 4th, 2023, and this is Char Vision, and this is Sunny Margolis and Char. And how are you, Tony?
I's good. I still get jealous when he gives you lickers because I need some lickers too.
He'll be in the studio in no time. We'll be there. He was sound asleep. He already thought it was bedtime.
He's like, "Thank you, Mom. Let's go to bed."
Yeah, well, it's way past our bedtime. So, how's the weather in LA? Has it gotten cooler?
It had, yesterday and today, maybe even Sunday, or all week has not been too bad. It's been kind of chilly in the mornings, like 60, 59, 60. And then, it's been pretty nice. How about there?
It's beautiful. I went kayaking last week.
Oh, did you? Wow.
And my friend, my doctor, and his wife took me on their boat, and
did you tip over?
No. First I went kayaking with Kathleen, and then we came back and took the boat out and jumped off the boat and went swimming. But I don't like the seaweed.
Oh yeah, when it touches your feet.
I don't like the seaweed, but I had so much fun swimming. It was really, really fun. Kayaking was really, really fun, and I thought it'd be sore, but I'm not.
Where did you go? What lake?
Well, I think it's Upper Long Lake.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot of lakes in Michigan, a lot. It wasn't one of the big lakes. It wasn't, like Lake Michigan or Lake Huron or Charlevoix or one of the bigger, or Erie. It wasn't one of the big lakes, but we have all these small lakes, and they literally live like 20 minutes from me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like there's some gorgeous houses on those lakes, and the lakes are clean.
Wow.
It's like pretty amazing. So, have you been following the trial for the UFO thing?
I did watch a lot of it for the UFO congressional hearing. Yes, I have been watching.
So can you fill us in on that?
Well, they did have 3 witnesses, all 3 military officers that.
Well, the whistleblower was an officer?
All 3, they had 3 witnesses, and whistleblower, and they did state, all 3 of them, that there are extraterrestrials and UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenons, is what it stands for. They call them UFOs, but mostly UAPs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so they, did say that they are here, and they've been here for a long time. And many of the questions that the Congresswomen and men that were asked, many of the things that they said they couldn't say in the hearing, but in private. So there are things we still don't know because of, national security.
Oh, wait. You mean there's things that they can't say
during the hearing? They can say in a private setting.
Why?
Probably national security, probably more technology stuff. So yeah, it's.
Do you think that's how we got AI?
I think a lot of our technology came from UFO technology. I really do, because from what the 1930s to the end of the even to today, but from the early 60s to the late 60s,
Right.
our technology just exploded with new technology we would never thought would be possible. So for sure, I believe a lot of it was probably sped along through UAP technology.
I didn't even think about it till just now.
And even one of the witnesses, I can't remember his name, but he even talked about interdimensional travel. So it got pretty
And
intense.
what is interdimensional travel for those of us who may not know what that is?
Well, instead of flying across the universe,
You can like beam up, Scotty?
kind of like beam up, Scotty. Like time warp, and Star Trek and Marvel Universe and all these, where they go through these time warps and time travels, and yeah, it's more going from one dimension to the other within seconds versus hundreds of years trying to get across the universe.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
And did they say that these beings were friendly, or were they afraid of them, or they didn't really say?
They didn't really say, but because
Or
I
were
didn't get to watch the whole thing. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but
I wonder if they've just found them dead, or if there was a live one that really talked to them or communicated somehow.
well, they did talk about, did they have in possession of bodies? Do they have in possession of craft? And many of the times when they asked that was the when they said they couldn't say that in public, they would have to do it.
Did they say what the craft looks like?
I think so. I didn't get to see it all, but many of it. One did talk about like the cigar. Let me see if I can find a picture. UFO cigar. They did talk about the cigar-shaped UFOs. They did talk about the traditional UFO.
The round ones,
like the round ones. Let me see if I can find it, because many people have, like I said, they've talked about the cigar-shaped ones, and like this.
Wait, I need to put my glasses on. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. For those of you who are only listening to us and cannot see us visually, it's just a long craft that looks like could be a cigar, but not really.
Right.
Not really.
Yeah.
It looks more like a fish.
Yeah, like yeah. I think they just describe it as
like
a cigar,
long fish. Wow.
But yeah. So it was interesting. But if there was any doubts from people, that there's no such thing, to have this type of a hearing, to admit to the existence.
And these whistleblowers were who were they? Were they pilots? What were they?
Some of them were. So let me see if I can.
I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh no, it's okay, because I should probably be able to rattle it off, but I haven't actually talked about it on my show yet, because I'm trying to find a really good. I should have like Brad, or you should have Brad back. That would be a good one.
We both should have Brad back.
Right, he would be a great one.
Let's have Brad back.
Let's see. They got UFO. Oh, what the heck? But most of them were pilots, like Navy and Air Force pilots. Yeah, amazing. One was David Krush, a former member of the United States Air Force. He was part of it.
Were there any from out of the country?
No, it was all military. Yeah, U.S. military.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
But yeah, it was great.
What? Noreen wants to know, what is the story of the filming for The Universe is Calling You? What? Oh, I'm not sure what she's talking about. That's my book. The Universe is Calling You. That is my book. Okay. I think I know what she's talking about, but I'm not going to talk about it right now.
Bop.
So there.
So
So
there.
there. Okay. So the government has secrets and I have secrets. I mean, about something I filmed. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
Oh, wow. Um, okay. Well, the other thing I wanted to ask people who are listening to Char Vision or watching, have you ever seen a spirit manifest in front of you, like in the middle of the night or during the day? Have you ever had that experience? Have you, Tony, had an experience where a spirit, somebody who died, literally manifested and you could see them?
No, I've seen a spirit, but not someone that died that I could see them.
Well, I have.
Ooh, were you
They
scared?
materialized, literally materialized. More than once, I've seen it.
Were you scared at the first one?
The first time I saw it, I was scared. The second time, it was someone that I knew and somebody that, well, yeah, just somebody that I knew. But the first one, the first time I mean, I saw things when I was younger as well. I can't remember them all, but did I ever tell you about the haunted hotel I stayed in Oregon?
I think you did, but tell us again for the people that
Yeah.
didn't hear it.
So I'll make it brief. I was doing I think I did tell it on the show. I was doing a book tour and I was in Oregon, and you have to wake up early and then go to bed late because you have a book signing, wake up early to go to the TV shows, and it's exhausting. Ugh, thank goodness for Zoom. So I was in this hotel room and I had hardly had sleep, and I woke up and there was a figure of there was literally a man that I could see staring, like, not even staring at me, just staring straight ahead. And I screamed, and he turned around very slowly, turned around and went through the window.
Oh, wow.
And so the next day I asked for the manager and I said, I don't know if you believe in this stuff, but this is what I do, and I write books and I'm on a book tour. And there's a legend there that, let's say I was in room 405, in 105, 205, 305, 405, 505, 605, 705, 805, there's somebody who's known to do that, turn around and go through the window, and they keep doing it over and over again.
Oh, wow.
And also, like, there was a tea set that was moved in one of the rooms. And so, I mean, but and then you have to wonder, is that an earthbound spirit that never really went to the white light? It makes me wonder that, because I don't know that everybody goes to the white light and goes to the spirit world. I think there are some lost souls.
Do you think the lost souls are also confused souls? Is there a difference?
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I think there are some, because I have a client who is, or I'm not going to say her name or anything, but she was in the hospital and she was really sick, and she woke up in the middle of the night and there were all these children, spirits, yelling for her for help.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's so much we really don't know, and there's so much I don't know, but I mean, I'm always learning. But if my advice to people is if there is somebody that's like that, I always send them to the white light. I pray for them and I send them to the white light so they can go to the spirit world and heal.
Hmm.
Because I don't know that everybody decides to go to take that journey when they see the light. So that's why, they told Sally Ann and Poltergeist, don't go into the light because she would go to heaven. So that's my suggestion. If anybody ever has that experience, just pray for them, send them to the white light, and then you will have done your job,
Right?
right? That's what I do. I send them all to the white light and to learn their lessons over there, because I think life is a school and we're here to learn, but I also think the spirit world is a school where we are there to learn as well and grow and elevate our souls. That's why we get reincarnated. We get reincarnated in different bodies and in different genders and with different belief systems, and we have here, if we have to learn that lesson, like let's say somebody is a racist, so maybe they come back as whoever they're racist against.
Wow. So learn the lesson.
So we got to learn the lessons now so that we don't have to keep coming back. Because, my sister does past life regression, Dr. Alicia Tisdale, and you can always find her. If, you can always text me and I can text my office. We can always send you her phone number, her office number, because, she has many experiences where people see who they were in a past life and see the people that they know now and why they're not getting along now, because they probably didn't get along in a past life as well. So they're trying to make up for it now, and they're trying to, put that to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she regressed you.
She did, and she did a great job, because I didn't think I would be able to be regressed.
No, you were really, really, really great. That was a really great regression. So next week is her 85th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Alicia, and she listens to the show every Saturday morning. I send it to her every Friday night. And so we're having a family dinner next Friday night. So you guys, we won't be here. But we will be stuffing our faces and having fun with family. So it's a big celebration.
Well, eats lots of cake.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I get to see all the kids and everybody.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I think we should maybe, do we have anybody who wants to have a reading? Do we have any?
Yeah, the lines are full.
Okay, but I also want to ask people who call in if they've ever really seen a spirit, like, or if anything is ever manifested in front of them, like a real materialized. Any person has materialized in front of you. I don't know that. I didn't ask it on social media. You know that thing I have went viral again? The one with
Kelly
Ripa talking to Ryan. It's got 4.3 million people.
Oh my gosh, wow.
On Facebook. It's crazy.
That is awesome.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Danielle Hummel said I have. And Danielle Spalletti said me. And Danielle, does a cloudy spirit count? Yes, Phil Cruz. Phil Cruz is one of our most loyal listeners. Thank you so much for being here. And Yvonne Buckholtz said she has. And Wow. Thank you for saying enjoy your family time. And Kimberly Rose says happy birthday. It's Alicia's birthday. Then my other sister's birthday is a week later, and then my birthday's 4 days later. We're all Leos, and we're 9 and 13 years apart. Is that crazy?
When was your other
so
sister born? What month?
August. We're all August
Oh,
babies.
all of you were. Oh, wow.
9 and 13 years apart, all three of us.
Well, we know what your parents did 9 months before.
Right? It must have been a cold November.
Right?
Or December or whatever it is. Don R. Teague said, it was a friend of mine. And Danielle said, and also my grandfather sitting at the piano. It was so surreal. I was 9 years old. Wow. And it was a positive experience, she said. And Joanne Bryant said, I have experienced this multiple times. And Sue says, I can't recommend on YouTube to your question. Yes, I have seen spirits. Oh, okay. She's seen spirits. Wow, this got a lot of play on Facebook. We got like lots of, you guys, thanks so much for answering this for us. That's so nice. I'm finally figuring out how to read this stuff. Betty says, good evening. Thanks for being my date this evening. Well, thank you for being our date. So you guys are so cute. Okay. Well, who do we got? Who have we got?
Oh my gosh. The lines are full. Let's see what we can find.
Is there anybody who saw a spirit? I want to hear about it.
Come on, let's get a spirit coming in. What if they go, hello, I am a spirit. 508. So
508. Where's that?
That's is it Massachusetts or
Massachusetts, right? Yeah.
Hello, 508. You're on the air.
Hello.
I think it's me.
It
Hello?
is.
Oh, it's you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. What's your name?
It's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Have we talked before?
Many, many years ago with Eileen Prowse.
Eileen Prose on
Yep,
Good Day Boston.
correct. Yep.
Really? Wow. God bless you. And you have followed, that's you know how many years ago that is? At least 30.
It had to be 4. Oh no, more. It was
40?
probably 41. 41. I was having my
years ago.
second baby. Yep.
God bless you. Okay, yeah, because my friend Joanne Salzman was a producer on that, and they had me on as a regular, and one day I said to her, I said, you're gonna go work for Regis. You're gonna be a producer at Regis, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. And guess what? That's where she ended up. And guess what else? She's the one that made sure I was on that day. She had a feeling about it when Kelly Ripa was on. She had a feeling that I should be on that day. Because I said, oh, put me on at Halloween or something. But she put me on, she said, no, you're not a Halloween psychic. So she put me on November, whatever it was. And that's when I read for Kelly Ripa when she was auditioning, and that's what, that's the gift that keeps giving. So anyway, thank you so much for calling in. Cindy.
Yes.
Have you seen spirits, or you want a reading?
Well, I do believe that I have. My grandmother passed, and we think that she didn't pass through because people in the family kept seeing her come down the stairs and her rocking chair would start rocking.
Oh my God, that's the story I wanted to hear tonight. I'm going to say the prayer protection. I need to say my prayer protection and then we'll keep talking, okay?
Okay. Okay.
We ask the universal consciousness and God that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Anything that is in, near, around, or about us that is not of light, go back to where you came from and turn to light if you choose, but stay away from us. Okay, so she would walk. Could you hear the footsteps on the stairway?
No, it was more of a floating thing, and the people that bought the house after said that they saw a couple times, but they told me to go and ask the local priest to come bless the doors and windows.
So who is Anne? Who is Anne? Anne Marie or Mary Ann or Mary or Anne or Margaret? I don't know. Who is that around you? The M or A person?
I think well, I have an Andrea, but all the M's are male.
Is there an M.A. or M.I.?
Oh, Marie.
Marie. I said Marie.
That was my grandmother. Yeah, my grandmother.
Wait. I said Marie. Okay. And is she the one that made the rocking chair go back and forth?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I have a message for you.
Okay.
Yeah. She finally made it to the white light and she's okay.
Okay.
Like,
okay, that's really cool.
Maybe at first she was kind of earthbound, but she made it to the white light and made it okay. They saved her. Who's Joseph or John?
Well, she had a son, Joe.
Yeah.
That was my father.
And is he deceased?
Yes.
He's with her. And that's your daddy. That's your daddy.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And Joseph's watching over you.
That's nice.
Yes, it is nice. It's lovely. Are you changing? Sometimes what?
Sorry. It's a little hard to listen and not get teary. That's all.
That's okay. That you're supposed to. My readings are supposed to bring cheers and tears. Are you thinking about moving? Are you thinking about changing where you live, or are you worried about where you're living, or something about living or where you're living?
We recently did move, and it's got its challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's okay now, right?
It'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. We moved in with my son and his family, and we just don't want to impinge on them too much. But it'll be okay.
Honestly, I think they're the ones who are blessed to have you. And I feel like you need to change your attitude about this. And I feel like, do you have your own private space, like in the basement or in a...
Yes.
Is it in the basement or above the garage?
It's in the basement.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, it's really, and there's kids there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're helping them. Trust me. You and your husband are helping.
I think so.
Trust me, you're helping them. And you know what? It's kind of like in the old days when families would all live together, and I know before I was born, they did that after, during the war, and my grandparents lived with my mom, and my dad was in the Navy, and my sisters grew up with, grandpa kind of like being the dad because our father was in the Navy, and all the families lived together and cooked together, and it was great for the kids, and the kids loved it, and the grandparents were very helpful to the parents. Don't ever think you're a burden.
Okay.
That's what Joseph's saying, okay?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. And it's an adjustment when people are living together. That's all. It's an adjustment. And I feel
It
like
is.
that you're watching your health, or he's watching something, health, who's having an issue with their health, or
My husband. My husband.
I feel like they can control it. Are there, how does he do with the steps, going up and down the steps?
It's really hard.
Yeah, I see that. Can you get one of those lifts that take you up and down the steps, or
Well, he's working with PT right now, and we're hopeful that things will get a little better.
it'll, okay, tell him to stay positive, optimistic, and keep working with it. Cindy,
I will.
it's so good to talk to you. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. And you have a wonderful family reunion.
Oh, thank you so much. God bless you. Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
Wow. You know, when I started doing those local shows, like I went to Boston and I went to Seattle and I went to San Francisco, I was on all those local shows. And and 40 years later, 43 years later, they're coming back and watching Char Vision, those people that watched it then. Is that amazing?
I think that's amazing, just to follow
I
you
mean-
and support you. And yeah.
I mean, that is a great compliment. I am very flattered and I am honored that people have figured this out. Listen, even just figuring out technology to find a podcast, I think is brilliant.
Right.
I don't know that I could do it.
Well, I love it. And
I'd have to call you and say, how do I find this podcast?
that's what I'm here for.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't know how to find a podcast. I wouldn't. I mean, but I can do some social media and stuff, but Tyler does it.
Real quick before we take another call, I want to thank Robin Wilson in the chat on YouTube for donating to the Super Chat Super Sticker. So what that is people can support Char's show, and all you got to do is click on the Super Chat Super Sticker and on YouTube, or give a star on Facebook, and yeah, that helps Char continue to do her work here on Live Friday.
Wow, I didn't know. What is it? I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's called Super Chat and Super Sticker. So people that maybe want to help contribute,
Send money?
yeah, she gave it $12, and thank you.
Thank you.
So if you guys want to do that, you can always help out. That'd be awesome.
I also donate money to the I donate portions of money to ASPCA and
I love that. See,
Michigan Humane Society for sure. Every Christmas, I'm always doing that. But thank you. That's so kind of you. That's so sweet. There was a comedian named Soupy Sales.
Oh, I love Soupy.
Yeah, well, he started in Detroit, and I used to run home from school every day because it was Campbell soup, and whatever Soupy ate, we ate for lunch, and that's why he was Soupy Sales, from Campbell Soup. And one day he said, "Okay, boys and girls, I want you to go in your mommy and daddy's wallet or purse and get $1 and send it to Soupy." And he had all the little kids sending money to him.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love it. Soupy. He's funny.
But anyway, I am grateful. You guys, I am totally grateful for just the fact that you're watching. I'm grateful. And if you're contributing, that means the world to me. So thank you so much. That's great. You also can join my Patreon.
Oh, there you go.
We had a great group we have a great group of people. But like I said on the show last week, they're the nicest people, and they're good-hearted, and they're selfless people. So if you're not selfless and kind and good-hearted, don't join.
Right.
I'm serious. It's like It's like the nicest, and we do healings for each other. It's like really special.
Aw.
It's really
See,
lovely. I mean, it's a wonderful gathering. Okay, let's get someone else in here.
let's do it. All right. So we have, let's say, mm, let's do 706. That's Georgia.
Georgia. Wow.
Georgia, you on the air?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good for an old man.
Well, you don't sound too old. How old are you?
75.
75's not old.
I got a lot of miles on me, though.
Right. What's your name?
Ed?
Ed? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ed.
Well, thank you.
So, have you ever seen a spirit?
No,
Never, right? Okay, so you're
never.
calling for a reading, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, be open about everybody living and deceased, okay? Don't just think about what you want to talk about. Think about people living and deceased. And I want to know if there's another Ed, Edward, or Edgar. Like, did you have a father or grandfather that was an Ed or Edgar or Edward?
Yes, Edward.
Is that your father or your grandfather?
A great-grandfather.
Yeah, I feel like his spirit is with you. And then who's Annie or A or M? I mix those letters up. A or M?
No, I'm not. I can't.
Mabel. Who's Mabel?
That would be an aunt.
Mm-hmm. And then is there also a George or G or J person?
Jean, my sister, Jay.
Is she deceased?
She is.
I think she's her spirit's with you. Had she been ill?
She had cancer for a
Cancer?
couple of years.
Yeah,
Passed away.
I was thinking cancer. I feel like her spirit's with you. And okay, now you have a wife, right?
Yes.
Okay, have one of you had a health concern recently?
Yes.
Was that your wife or you?
My wife.
And did they fix it yet, or they're in the process of this?
Not yet. They're in the process.
Yeah, because I feel like they can help fix this. And is she optimistic about it and positive about this?
Yes.
Good. Tell her to stay that way. That's
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking. Who grew up on a farm or lived on a farm or in a rural area? Was that your parents or her parents?
That my parents grew up on farms.
Yeah, I see that they worked in the field.
Yes.
And somebody did somebody lose their finger or their tip of their finger or foot or toe?
No, not that I'm familiar with.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm seeing with this, but anyway, and because I'm seeing also animals like chickens or a farm.
I have chickens. I have maybe a small farm, but
You have chickens
just
now?
a few animals.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, okay, because they're showing me that they know where you live. They see your chickens, and oh boy, you get fresh eggs every day, don't you?
Well, they're like me. They're old, so they don't lay much eggs anymore.
You're not getting any more eggs?
Just a few every once, not every day, but a few here and there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What question did you have for me? Or did you have a question?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. Well, you need to know that Jean is at peace, and like there's a bunch of other loved ones around you, but we need to move on to take other callers. But I appreciate you and your wife calling and listening. And there's just one more thing they're showing me. Is there a leak in your shed? A water leak in your shed?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. There's something about, and is it muddy? Is it muddy?
Well, only when it rains. You know, we've had several days of just dry weather, so there's no real problem right now.
They're saying something about being careful around the mud, or, and also like rusty nails. Like, are there rusty nails around or something that's fallen apart?
Well, it's an old farm, so I'm always finding nails and stuff around.
Okay, so just make sure you wear like boots when you're walking around there, like boots, and because it needs a lot of work. Some of those lean-tos are falling apart, and there's something. I feel like you can hear the rain on the roof, but the roof is like, oh, I don't know what material it is. It's not wood. The roof is like I don't know, like a pan, not a pan. I don't know what it's called. Help me out here.
Bucket.
It's a tin roof, sheets of tin.
That's what I was thinking. Tin. Yeah, I hear the rain on the tin roof, and you've got a lot of spirits that keep an eye out for you guys over there.
Well, I appreciate them doing that. Yes.
Yeah, and you have some animals buried there. You have a dog buried there?
Yes.
Yeah, your dog is here. Your dog that's buried there, there's more than one. Your dog is here. And when you look in the peripheral of your vision and you see little animals go by and there's nothing there when you look, it's those dogs that are buried on the property. They still hang out there with you.
Okay, that's good news. Good news.
Well, Ed, thank you so much. You guys are lovely. I appreciate you calling in. Be well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
My pleasure. Bye-bye. Yeah, I could hear the rain on the tin roof.
Tin roof, rusted.
I kind of think they need a lot of work on that property.
He reminds me a lot of the older gentlemen around my hometown with the twang, and I love it.
But but also, Tony, you picked two good people.
Oh, shucks.
Now I'm going to hold you to it. You better do that.
No pressure.
They're so sweet. Oh. Yeah.
Good old Ed. And people even in somebody in the chat room says, Ed sounds lovely.
Right? Oh, that's so nice. I don't know that I've got more. I'm not like, it's really interesting how these, oh my God, Grazieli just called 51 times.
51 times?
That's what she said. She's called 51 times. She must not have gotten in the queue.
Yeah.
Don't give up. I'm grateful to you, Grazieli, and I'm not saying your name right, but thank you so much for calling in. Oh my God, 51 times. Jeez. I don't think that costs money to call and get a busy, so.
No.
I think okay.
I love it. Keep calling though.
Yeah, don't give up, because there's just so many people that can get in the queue. And then I have people who say I was next in the queue and then the show was over. So I appreciate it, you guys. I know it's frustrating, but let's get one more caller in, because I don't know that we have time. Do we have time?
We do have time, and it's Palm Springs number 760.
Oh my goodness, Palm Springs.
Wonder if they were at Toucans.
Hello?
Hi, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Is this, oh, Gail?
Oh, hi, Gail.
Okay. Oh, hi, I'm actually through.
You got
Oh, I
through,
can't
Gail.
believe it.
You
Oh
got
my gosh, I met you back in the 90s on the Vicki Lawrence show. I was Vicki's assistant.
Oh my
You remember
God.
that? It's Gail, yes.
God bless
Oh my
you.
God.
That's amazing. She had a great show.
She really did. Oh, she was so much fun and so talented.
And such
Yeah.
a nice person. And the other thing is, I was just telling the story about how the producer gave me the wrong time, and my mother had come into town. At one of the times I was on the show, I was on more than once. My mother had come into town, and we were driving there, and because we were given the wrong time, they had to send the police out. There was like a whole police force trying to track us down so we could get to the studio, because it was at a big studio.
Yeah, it was at NBC there in Burbank where Jay Leno taped.
Yeah, it was NBC in Burbank, so that's crazy.
Right.
So,
oh my God.
That is so great. It's so great to talk to you. Do you still talk to Vicki?
Well, I saw her just about 4 years ago because I was in the Bay Area and she came up there. She does like a one-woman act with Mama and Vicki.
Oh, how
so
great.
I went to see her. Yeah,
well, boy,
so
if you talk to her or see her again, just tell her that I always think of her fondly and I'm grateful to her for putting me on her show.
Oh, I sure will. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's still in Long Beach.
Oh, she's in Long Beach. Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But you're in Palm Springs. I do events in Palm Springs at Toucans.
Well, I used to live in Palm Springs. I kept the phone number because I didn't want to change it. But I just moved to Idaho a year ago.
Oh, how lovely. Okay, so I keep seeing, can I ask you something? I'm seeing a J or G person. Do you have family that's a J?
Oh, I know. Oh, yes, I've got the chills. My mother, June, just passed away 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I took care of her. She lived.
Yeah,
she lived with me.
Your mom is definitely with you.
Oh.
And do you still have her sweater or her shawl or an Afghan or something of hers?
Oh, yes. It's a blanket. It's a brown blanket that she used. Yes.
Talking about like when you put it on, you feel her energy with you, protecting you and taking care of you.
Yeah, I know she's around. Oh, I sure miss her. My goodness. Yeah, she lived with me for 12 years. I took care of her.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the truth is that, none of us are getting out of here alive, and not that you're going anywhere, but when you do cross over, she'll be right there waiting for you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. We were so close. Oh.
Yeah, you need to know that. And I think she was the one you wanted me to connect to anyway.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yes, for sure.
Gail, I would love to keep talking with you about old times, but we got to go. So
okay.
I please call us back. Call us again anytime. You are always welcome on Char Vision, and I love talking to you.
Oh, thank you, Char.
You're so welcome. God bless you. Be well.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, it's Old Home Week about all the shows that I did in the past.
Memories.
Yeah, Tony, you did a good job of picking people and
thank you
for the calls. So, okay, guys, next week we're going to have a repeat. So, you can always binge watch Char Vision. You can always binge watch on my YouTube channel, but we'll be back the following week. Is that the 25th or something, or whatever Friday that is? And I've got somebody that's going to be on that's an expert with losing weight.
Ooh.
So she's going to be on, and very excited for her to come on. So we'll talk about, so I'll see you a week from Friday, guys, live, and I'll be taking calls as well, so you can call in. And those people who didn't get through tonight, I feel for you, but I'm grateful that you're trying. And Tony, thanks for a lovely evening.
Thank
And
you.
everybody, you're welcome. Everybody knows that intuition will take you places logic never could. See you later. Sonny's so tired.